Yeah, boy. Let's send out the link. You're live now. So don't fart, don't do nothing crazy because the people gonna hear you. You're live. We're live.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
Yes. All that them fancy diamonds and thing on your teeth there, eh? That's all what's going on over there?
Nah, I delight. I delight.
Whatever. Whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome today to come into impromptu live that we should have actually had yesterday. Sorry that we weren't able to make it. The reason that we weren't able to make it was because I had some delays. There's a lot going on, and the Canada Postal Services strike and all these things. Can you guys share the link out because we're going to be talking about what's happening with Mr. Yankey Boy here, one of my favorite people on the planet, right? And Mr. Yankey Boy is currently in a hunger strike. What day are you at, Yankey Boy?
Day five right now. Day
Day
five. Sorry.
five. Day five. So I won't tell you what I
Day
had for dinner.
five.
I won't tell you what I had for dinner. Uh, that might make you kind of feel like rah, 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 rah. So I'm gonna send the link out and let everybody know we're live. This is gonna be a very interesting segment. I'm glad that you're here today because I
Okay.
think what you're doing is very important. I think what you're doing is getting the attention and allowing people to understand that we take carnival serious. We take everything serious. So let's see who's in the chat. Miss Wellington, hi. Chantel Hinkson, my big your box is coming, girl. Chantel, your box is coming, okay? DHL's coming for it tomorrow afternoon, I'm pretty sure. Don't worry, we got you. I took care of you too. I put extra in the box. Lee Grand, Joanna, Miss Juve, Trini, Flavor, Fire Phoenix, Nicolette Simmons, naturally yours. All right. Send this link out to everybody, please. Share it in your WhatsApp group so that we can all have this conversation. It's a very important conversation that we need to have. So I guess I'll let you start, Yankee Boy. Tell us what's going on. Tell us what the deal is here. What's going on here?
All right. So for the people who just coming in and trying to understand what's going on, I want to start off by saying I like Vybz Kartel. I like dancehall music. You know. But this movement started since September. I reside out here in Brooklyn, New York, and I went to Labor Day parade, which I understand is not a carnival, it's a parade. So we play every other culture music, right?
Right.
And I noticed that when you see the Bajan truck, they play the Bajan music. The Grenadian trucks, they play the Grenadian music. Vinci music. The Haitian truck, Haitian music. The Jamaican truck, Jamaican music. And when I see the Trinidadian truck coming down, they're playing Jamaican music as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it have a certain section right before the stage is like where you see all the international media.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I don't understand why the Trini trucks playing Jamaican music. Everybody playing their music because we know it's like we looking for a space. We want soca to go
Right.
international like we see.
Right. Right.
And I think it's like, come on, you couldn't find nothing else to play some Sparrow or Kitchener, whoever, it have a million soca songs.
True.
Why we playing, like the dance? So this is we time and this is we space. We claim that we want to be international. We're looking for it. International media is there and we just not playing it. So I bring up the conversation like why we don't like we own stuff. I in America here and when somebody hear me talk, the first thing they're gonna ask me, are you Jamaican?
Right. Right. Right.
It's like once they hear accent. So it's like we're not looking for we space and I'm trying to figure it out. And I say on social media, like, I hope Miami Carnival is not like this, Tobago Carnival not like this, Trinidad Carnival not like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Moving forward, boom, come and see our post Vybz Kartel Carnival Friday. I say, wait, now it's like, this like, I see this thing coming about a month and 3 weeks,
Right. Right. Right.
right? So what I say now with the argument now is nothing personal to Cartel or dancehall music. But all I say is we had 2 days in the year and fantastic Fridays are days since before I born
Yeah.
that the country is used to showcase local talent,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right? And let me be honest, let me say people was done saying the Soca Monarch was declining. Everybody who knows better than Trinidad was done declining. But now the government didn't had it for the past 2 years.
Right.
After the COVID stuff, it was just small, but nothing really serious.
Mm-hmm.
But they announced they're gonna bring it back in 2025, and of course they're gonna bring it back in 2025 in a big way because that is a year everybody gonna be voting. So
Okay.
on the political side, the government gonna have to bring it back because you don't want the opposition side to say, "Well, we gonna take it over and we gonna put more money into it,"
Right.
right? So my story is Vybz Kartel could sell out any day, anytime he come in Trinidad. Trinidad love him. I believe the world love him and he's the boss of dancehall any day. But when you come and drop on that same day as the day the country is going to support the local talent and everybody is get to see one song coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's not going and see the locals. Nobody's not going and see the artists. Everybody, even myself, would I go and see Vybz Kartel, and I'm being real, because I'm seeing it on both sides of the fence. And what I saying for the promoter, I understand the business part of it, which is good. But my whole thing is, let me think about culture now. Come on, please, because in Trinidad and Tobago, if you go there right now, if you probably log on to Trinidad or listen to the radio, they're probably playing dancehall or reggae,
Right. Right.
to be
Right.
honest with you.
Right. Right.
And that's how we grew up. That's how we know it. That is what we like. And it's only a short window we have, and that is what I was asking for. It just it could be Ash Wednesday, it could be any other day, just
Agreed.
not that day.
Agreed. Here's my issue with this whole scenario. When Cartel first came out of prison and they were having talks about his show going to be in Jamaica, the original
Right.
show date was on the 26th of December in Jamaica, right? I don't know if you're
Mm.
following along with that, but I don't know if you realize there was a huge backlash and a huge battle over this date. The reason why there was a battle over this date is because that's the date for Sting. Not so for Sting, right? Sting is always on Boxing Day. And it starts
Mm.
Boxing Day night, that's what they call it, and then it goes through to
Right.
the morning, right? There was a huge ruckus because they were like, you cannot come and take Sting's date and put Cartel on Sting's date, da 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 da, right? Now, if in Jamaica they are pushing back on their own culture, right? For dates that are very important to their own culture, right? Because this was a
Mm.
huge battle. The Cartel had to move to New Year's Eve. The reason why is because he could not get Boxing Day, and it's because he can't take that day from Sting. Even though Sting, similar to Soca Monarch, they didn't have a staging for what, 3-4 years. It's now on a comeback. But that date belongs to Sting, and you can't take it. And that's in their own Jamaican dancehall culture. That's their own date that they can't budge and move around. So why are we in Trinidad going to look at it now and say, okay, we are on Fantastic Friday are going to allow Cartel when Sting would not even allow Cartel to do his show in their country, in their same genre of music on that same day. They had to move the date. This is why people need to understand the importance of the history of these dates around the Caribbean and what they mean to people. So anybody jumping up and being like, oh, them Trinis don't like Jamaicans. No, if the Trinis don't like Jamaicans, then the Jamaicans don't like Jamaicans because it was a fight to move from the 26th to the 31st. Sting was not having it.
Mm.
Sting was not having it, and it was a battle. You can go and read up on it. Lang was going crazy. This is not about nationality. This is about culture and cultural identity and holding on to the culture. Two, I don't feel like if they allow Cartel to have this date on Fantastic Friday, every single small island is gonna try to follow to suit because they're gonna be like, Trinidad is the Mecca, and you guys are saying that we can't have dance hall, but they had Cartel, so why can't we bring TJ and Byron Messiah on? Like, it's gonna turn into that, and it's gonna turn into Carnival did it first, and Trinidad is the Mecca. The next issue that I have, last year, Jamaica Carnival, they infused their own dancehall into the carnival, right? It was a huge problem. People were like, why is Jamaica playing dancehall in carnival? And they were like, this is our country. Dancehall is our music. So if you come to our carnival, you should expect to get a part of us. So now they're willing to push aside soca for carnival, right? Because they're saying, okay, this is Jamaica, dancehall and reggae is our music, even though it's a carnival, they're pushing aside soca to put their own So why now are we gonna push aside soca to bring in a music that's pushing aside our music to make room for them? That does not make any sense to me.
Right. This is I really don't know what to say, but that is good information you just gave me there, because if Jamaican allowing it to happen, how come we as Trinidadians
That
allowing it to happen?
Oh, you know I'm the governor, Yankey Boy. I be on top of all the facts. Well, you might not hear what I say, thing, but that's what I'm saying. Like, that's how I feel like this is a blasphemous move. I feel like this is an insult to Trinidad Carnival. I feel like this is an insult to Calypso Rose, to Sparrow, to all of the people that paved the way before. I don't even agree with the International Soca Monarch. I don't think Trinidad needs an International Soca Monarch. They need their own Soca Monarch. They need their own Soca Monarch competition so that they can allow their own Trinidadian artists to become crowned or become king or queen in their own island. An International Soca Monarch can be held outside of Trinidad Carnival. We don't need to have a Trinidad. We don't need to have International Soca Monarch in Trinidad during Trinidad Carnival. This is something we can do if we want to say, okay, this year we go move it to Caravana, next year we go move it to Labor Day, blah blah blah. That's something that we can sit and converse about. But I don't think that the International Soca Monarch competition should be running during Trinidad Carnival time. That's a disadvantage for Trinidadian artists in some regards, and it's an advantage for them as well. I think they just need to level the playing field.
I mean, what you're saying, I agree with your view. I like your view, because let me just say, for instance, like we are the same 5 or 10 artists will come through every year, right? And let me just say, we like, oh, they have Trinidad and Tobago, we have the International Monarch. At least half of it we'll have outsiders,
Right,
right? Think about artists we never know who very talented. They just 5 or 8 space that just not going and get fit in.
right,
And you are absolutely right. So I
right.
agree with you.
Yeah, yeah. The thing about me, people will always like that girl don't like this and that girl don't like that. I believe in fairness. A Trinidadian can't compete in crop over Soca Monarch. A Trinidadian
No.
can't. So why are Grenadians and Bajans and etc. Competing in Trinidad's International Soca Monarch? They need to segregate the competition so that they give a fair advantage to the Trinidadian artists that are there, because if you have an artist like, let's say, Sakan Star, right, like a mid-tier artist that's been out here for a bit, he's gonna be in
Right.
Soca Monarch with a big song in Trinidad. But then if he has to compete against Skinny Fabulous and he has to compete against, right, like, you're bringing all these top tier soca artists in now, and then the middle tiers like the Irfan Alves and these types of artists that are very solid 2 3 tunes every year, but they're not a mashup with 20 tunes for the year, right? They don't have a chance to compete against a Skinny Fabulous or against a Little Rick or against an artist that's very highly established in the soca world. So I feel like Trinidad needs its own soca monarch, and I don't think that they should be making room for international competitors to compete in their soca monarch. I don't agree with that.
I must say, I like your view. You're talking some sense. And I know it's like, I think we need people like you around the table.
Yeah, and as for the cartel situation, I don't have a problem with Vybz Cartel. I know everybody's gonna be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, no, shouldn't like cartel," you know. No, I feel like fairness is fairness, and what I will say is, dancehall is dying, and dancehall is looking for a lifeline, and and I'm just being keeping it real. Like, on the international market, dancehall is dying. If you look at all of the events internationally, you're seeing the move of dancehall artists and the replacement of soca artists. You're seeing that, like we just need to be honest. I know you're saying, "Oh God," but listen to this. You have girls in Jamaica right now that are singing dancehall. You have Stock Ashley, Moyan, yada yada yada. None of them don't have a song bigger than Ring Finger by Lady Lava. None of them. None of their songs come. So it's like the music is dying. It's dying. And Afrobeats is giving a lifeline here. Soca can give a lifeline, but I don't agree Soca should give a lifeline at the expense of its own music, because dancehall had its time and it never pulled for any other genre. You don't see any other island people doing dancehall music, but you see dancehall artists doing soca all the time. So my concern is the reciprocity is not there on the dancehall side to say, okay, we're gonna have a rhythm. Let's bring, Bungie Garlin, and let's bring some guys that can handle a dancehall rhythm and put them on this rhythm. They're not on their rhythms. They're not on dancehall beats, but they'll come over the fence to come and do soca. They'll come over the fence to come and get some of that Trinidad carnival money and crop over money and whatever. But you're not gonna see Bungie Garland at Sting. You're not gonna see Bungie Garland at Sumfest. So like we have to be fair. And I just feel like if you don't move fairly, you're gonna end up being in a situation where Trinidad Carnival is now gonna be fiending for dancehall acts. And I don't think that the international scene is gonna be looking at this cartel show whatsoever. International people are going to Trinidad for one thing, that's soca and carnival.
Well, boy, I think they're gonna come back behind me now for that statement you make there
No,
now.
it's me. I take it. These are not his views. These are my views. These are my views. So listen, Yankee. So tell me why you started the hunger strike. Now let's get into that.
Well, the hunger strike, to be honest, I want to show some seriousness because I want to let them know that I'm serious, like I really, really serious. Um, I think I did it over anger. I was vexed. I was upset, and I didn't realize. I think I started that day too early because I started the day before Thanksgiving, which was pressure again.
Oh God, why would you do
So I
that?
missed. Yeah, boy, I was like, damn, I should have waited a little 2 days or something after. But you know what? Now that I believe in myself, I believe everything is for a reason.
Yeah,
And maybe this is my calling, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm really going to take this stand. And I think, I don't even know. I don't even know, like, I mean, everybody concerned, even I and all, but I'm doing good. The first 2, 3 days was a little hard and tough.
mm-hmm.
But I think I get in there, but just like my little knees are a little weak or my shoulder and thing. I started drinking some Gatorade, but that wasn't working for me. I feel like that was making me get sick.
Oh yeah.
Because people were telling me to try the electrolyte, some electrolyte thing in the water. But until I meet one or two friends who start giving me some IV and stuff. So that working for me for now.
IV?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What IV you mean?
Yeah, IV, IV.
Like in your hand thing?
And I have pills too. Yeah.
How much weight have you lost so far?
By tomorrow I'll go back and check myself. Last time we was, I think, Friday. I went on the scale. But I could see a little bit. My face got a little sharp. I see my belly going down a little bit too. I could see it. Yeah, some of my friends them laughing at me. But yeah.
So how long are you planning to go for? Like what's the end goal here?
Well, hopefully I could get to the promoter and them attention and or the government and let them know like this thing is really serious. Like, um, let me stop it. I want to see at least if I could make it 2 weeks. Hopefully, the promoter and them just change the date. And if there's anything I want to tell the promoter is, all they are hungry. Come on now, let me fasten this process up now.
So let me check the calendar
Yeah,
because let's see here. So Fantastic Friday this year is next year
right.
is the 28th of February. So
The
can
20.
yeah, of February. So can't they move the show to like March 4th, March 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, anytime in there? Like
I
Carnival's
mean,
done. Carnival ends March 4th. Ash Wednesday is March 5th. So
right.
can they do anything past those like March 6th, like those days?
They can do anything they want. Like I say, Carter will sell out anytime. I think the best time for them to do that, in my opinion, would have been Ash Wednesday. And the reason for that is because as soon as 12 a.m. hit on the dot, reggae, hip hop, dancehall, every genre of music start playing in Trinidad. It's like Carnival was never there.
I find that so interesting because I don't I it's so weird. It's like okay, the Caribbean is chasing Trinidad soca wise. Well, they were until the soca mafia kind of got dismantled, right? So like the islands are trying to keep up with Trinidad, but then Trinidad is pushing aside soca for dancehall. This is weird to
Yep.
me. That's weird to me.
It's very weird. I'm telling you, like even not separate from soca. Like we just say right now is Christmas season in Trinidad and Tobago, right?
Right.
And a lot of radio stations, one station switched today, but a lot of radio stations just dedicate an hour on a 3 hour shift for dancehall and reggae, right? So, but right now we in Christmas, why they don't dedicate an hour a parang music?
Up.
So something about we own music, I don't understand why we don't like it. Like why we don't do that same thing for parang. Forget the soca now. Parang, it's Christmas coming. Not even. So
Wow.
the parang man have it even harder. Because right now in Trinidad, soca is the new parang, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
So something about we, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's just interesting because, like, as a Caribbean blogger, I'm on both sides of the fence when it comes to reggae, dancehall, soca, calypso. I see everything. I work with from artists from like George Nooks in gospel reggae to like, do you know what I mean? I work with everybody, and like most of the islands are trying to like get on the big stage in Trinidad, and they're trying to like and even international shows, when international shows happen, the people will say, you know they're gonna pay Bungie and Kess way more money than they're gonna pay one of us, and it's always been like Trinidad versus the islands. Not
Right.
aggressively, because the artists are not fighting anybody, right? Like
No.
you're not gonna have a song like Family with Skinny, Mashal, and Bungie together if the artists are fighting with one another, right? Like that. It's not
Right.
that,
Right.
but it's like
No.
the promoters and the shows don't respect the local acts in these islands, but they'll bring in an artist from Trinidad and give them top dollar, but then they'll want to give an artist from the local island like 250 US to perform and stuff like that. So I know that that's
Mm.
a lot of the complaints that happens. So it's just interesting to see that Trinidad is like pushing aside soca for dancehall. It's just weird to me to see that.
Yeah, and that's how these other music come and create. It's the same thing like before the let me say before soca they had calypso.
Right.
Like me, I not a calypso fan because just like me, I grew up under the dancehall, grew up under the reggae, and when I start hearing like Bungie and the Benjis and them singing like raga soca, that make me start to like it.
Right. Right.
And
Right.
that's how we get involved.
Right.
And it's the same thing if we don't preserve the soca, we'll lose it just like the calypso.
Right. Right.
You
Right.
know, and then we it have plenty gatekeepers who are blocking the youths from coming in. So when the youth and them can't get in, then they will start singing, try to sing other genre, and then that's how we get all the vulgar music. Don't get me wrong, I still like it too, but that is be the cause. Because in Trinidad, I mean, an unknown person could come from Grenada and boom and win a soca monarch. Not in Trinidad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you had to be really, really, really. I don't even know for you to even make it, and I had to be one artist and maybe a year if so much could come true.
But that's one of the things that kind of when I became a blogger, we were still in that stage where we were like everything was like pretty much predominantly Trinidadian, right? The soca mafia had kind of dismantled a bit by that point, but and I would notice like this song would be such a big song where you go to Caravana when you go to Labor Day, but then they would be performing the song in Trinidad and everyone's standing looking at the person like this, like, what do you will you come here to come do a kind of a thing and whatever. So I know like a lot of the times that was discouraging for artists because it's like they always used to feel like they never got the love. But down the line I realized it's not that the people weren't giving them the love, it's that the radio stations and the DJs weren't giving them love. So like people in Trinidad didn't genuinely know those songs, even though that song would have been a big song and mash up, let's say Spice Mask, Caravana, Crop, like everything else. But in Trinidad, it's not getting play on the radio, so no one knows the song, right? And then when it gets to Trinidad now for Soca Monarch, like I would always be like, Bajans need to stop Bajans need to stop going to Soca Monarch in Trinidad because I would feel so embarrassed to watch these artists like giving their all and everyone standing like this. It was like 1 year Kiomal, I can't remember what year it was, but it was Kiomal from Crossfire. He sang Unleash the Beast, and I mean, like, I could not one person was waving a flag. Not one. Like, they were spanning the crowd and showing around, and I was just like, oh, you better stop going down there, cause it don't make no sense to go down there. It don't, right? Especially
Mm.
for these songs that are kind of more genre specific to the island. So like a Dennery segment, Bashment Soca, Bouillon, those songs during Carnival at a Soca Monarch. It's gonna be tough because like Trini soca is what we would consider generic soca. So if the song is not generic, it's gonna have a harder time selling across to the Trinidadian side.
Well, I think Booyah coming across a little nice now. They're starting to
Yeah,
like the Booyah.
yeah, of course, because it's getting pressed, and the bouillon is mixing with so many other people, right? So like
Right.
last year when you have pelt we is line misbehave and get on bad and pelt but that's a Bajan on a bouillon beat. So that's what I'm saying. Soca needs that. It needs
Right.
a Dominican producer and a Bajan singer. It needs a, St. Lucian producer with a Vincy singer because that's how the music fuses and you get different feels in the music, right? At one
Right.
point, like you said, like back in the 80s, it was like, okay, Leston Paul says that Specky from Grenada and Winston Soso from St. Vincent can voice with him this year. So then it was just like everybody else is just like, okay, so what about Gabby and what about Red Plastic Bag? Like, no, Lesson Paul's not voicing with them. So they couldn't get into Trinidad, right? At all.
Wow.
Because if you were not recording with a Trinidadian producer, you're not going to get into Trinidad. The mafia would not let you in. You're not going to get in.
Wow.
Yeah.
I must say, plenty though. You know plenty.
Babe, let me tell you something. Remember, you have to understand, I'm a woman and I'm Bajan. So these people are going to gun for me. I gotta be the encyclopedia. I'm the Caribbean music encyclopedia. Tell you that right now. I gotta be on top of it all the time. So it's not just coming and doing a video here. Like I have to understand everything that transpired and everything that happened. I can tell you what happened to Soca from the 90s, 80s. I can give a breakdown for every era. Like I can give a breakdown of who was like being even now I can tell you like the Soca Mafia in Trinidad still exists. They just don't have the power internationally. And they like who they like and they dislike who they dislike. So like they do not like Kerwin Dubois. Kerwin Dubois is my boy. The Soca Mafia can't stand him. I don't know what he did, but they don't like him. They don't like him. I don't know what he did, but they don't like him. And then they love Nyla Blackman, right? Like it's just there's people that they like, and then there's people that they don't like. I know you're over there like, oh God, Babsy, oh God, as an artist, I try to collab with them, but it's just how it is. It is how it is. So we can have that discussion on another day, though. But
Right.
so like I said, so your goal is you want them to reach out, you want the promoters to reach out to you. Like, what do you want them to
No,
do?
no, no, no. They don't got to reach out to me. I just want them just to support the culture. Don't just think about greed. Like I say, I understand the business part, all the tourists in the country Friday. And let me just say now, some people will say they put out a statement, right? For
Hmm.
instance, that now the statement out there is that they're gonna have 80% soca and the next I believe 20% gonna be Vybz Kartel or dancehall. But that statement only come out after I did what I did, and that came out I think it's either Thursday or Friday late in the afternoon. But that was in the beginning, and some people don't understand. That is like they're trying to find a solution, you know,
Hmm.
because so yeah, it's a whole different. So come on, it have many days. Just change the date now. Just change the date. It's so simple. Let me get that shine. That is all we're looking for.
So to be devil's advocate, let's say, how come you're not going after the patrons that are going to be buying the tickets? How come you're not focusing on them?
Um, I can't go behind them because if I was them, I would do the same thing.
Okay.
So I put myself on two sides. Like, I go and support the local artists, so I go and support Vybz Kartel, who I ain't seen 13 years or more, who are in a country that playing more dancehall than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And the artist coming down, hello, I go in and see Vybz Kartel myself.
You really think so?
Yeah.
I feel like Trinis are not gonna go. I actually fully feel like Trinis are not gonna go. Like Fantastic
Mm-mm.
Friday, remember that's the last lap weekend, you know. So when you have that last lap weekend, like the first time I did it in years was in 2019, and I almost died that weekend. I had to like Patrice had 21 shows in 3 days. I was with Patrice's Roberts entourage, and I had to leave them and go home because I couldn't keep up. We went to
No, trust me.
we went to a
I
breakfast
know my
fest.
people. Them going and go that cartel. Them will find the money. All who you see now no money right now, them finding the money. They will go in cartel.
You really feel so? I really feel Trinis are gonna be like, no, bottom in the road, right? Like they're gonna just. I feel like he might not even do that well ticket sales wise.
Now you could do good. Truly, trust me. They love him. Nothing wrong with that. But we will go for that.
But his ticket sales are not doing well in Jamaica right now, right? Like he just put his bleacher tickets half price for Black Friday. So it's not like
Serious.
yeah, so he's not sold out in Jamaica, and his ticket's been out for 2 months now. He's still not sold out.
Mm.
So I'm just curious about that, right? Because like he's not sold out there. Barbados is bringing him in April, but that is Barbados's reggae on the hill. So that's an actual reggae period that he's coming,
Perfect.
right? So he'll do well in Barbados because that's the reggae weekend. So people are gonna be buying tickets for that, regardless of who the headliner was. That's the same thing they did with Buju in 2019 in Barbados. But I don't know. I think I don't know. I feel like Trinis are not gonna go. I just really don't see them going. How about we
So we
place a little bet? You wanna place a? You wanna place? Let we bet $50 US. Let me bet $50.
I go put 75.
75 US.
All right.
Okay, 100
We make
US.
it that
Let
bet.
me round it off, right? 100
Mm-hmm.
US that Trinis don't go to that event if the date stays the same.
If that date stays, it going and ram out. Soca Monarch going and dead. Everything going and dead. From what I know right now, it had two parties, two fets in Trinidad for that day already canceling, waiting right now. This thing's so serious. And this is like staple fets that will sell out.
Wow.
It's that serious.
Well, if you make another week in the hunger strike, right? You have to come back up
Right.
here and keep pressing too. We go bring you back.
Oh
So
no, no,
today,
for sure.
so
For
Monday,
sure, for
so
sure.
so that Monday, December 9th, if you still at a hunger strike, you gotta come back up here and talk.
All right. And that sounds like a good because I see the government put out a statement which they're gonna talk about this on which is Friday, which is the 6th.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna see
Okay.
if so we gonna see if Soca Monarch is going to change or if that is going to change.
Okay.
And if Soca Monarch change, that means we sell out. We
You think
sell out.
so? Listen, my Fantastic Friday. Hold on, where's my Fantastic Friday?
Hey.
Big style. What I told them. What I told them. Looking stop. 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 When I pray and I pray all day like you did, bright and shining, so called glory. Everyone
Hold
with
on.
a flag and a smile on their face. Bloody, bloody. Every creed and race, Lord. Phenomenal. Love the atmosphere. If Babs is our second, who shall be there? Yeah. Aye, the blogging starts. Fantastic Friday. Since Kelly from your heart, thank God it's Friday. Babs is here to say
Thank God this Friday. You know it's a big thing. So Fantastic Friday is not just a little thing in Trinidad. It's a big
You,
thing.
you know what DJs I know which to have that plate? Where you get that plate from?
Boy,
Hey.
I'm Babsy, I tell you I come from Maraval. I just sleep in the road. You understand?
Eh. You're certified, man. Nah. They need to have you on the board, man.
Listen to me. I tell you, hold on. I don't know if you know this artist here. Tell me if you hear this. If you know this one here. Hold on. You know him?
Eh.
Babsy work real hard, work hard every day. Now she want to play. They say she can't go nowhere. Bring the bottle and beat it. This thing
I
look like
can't remember doing that.
That's an artist called
You know,
Yankey Boy. You know him?
I can't remember even doing that plate like that.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. As soon as you did them, you run them off, come and gave me same time. You're like, Babsy, check it. You like, Babsy, check your inbox, man. I got you. And this is what year here. 2021.
Wait.
I mean, you
Oh
go.
yes, yeah, I remember now. Right.
And you, me and you go further than that, but that's what you did.
Wait.
Yeah.
I remember it now. That the pandemic wrong time day. Yeah.
You dropped that.
Bring
What?
the bottle and beat it. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, one day I just see the thing. You're like, check your inbox. I was like, thank you, Yankee Boy. You still doing the pepper sauce and thing?
Yeah, I can't forget the pepper sauce, man. Uncle Yankees, of course. I just I don't promote it on my side of my page no more.
Okay.
I leave it on Uncle Yankees page, it doing real good. I must say we attract the real spicy customers. Plus,
Oh,
right now I dangling with in collaboration with my brother Trinidad Killer. We on Eastern Parkway and on Utica. So right now we have that corner hot with food, doubles in the morning line consistently.
yeah.
Food from Thursday to Sunday. So we're doing good. So I experimented in different things and trying to invest in different things right? Because out there the hustle is real and I just taking every opportunity I could get right now, especially as being a minority out here and just taking the chance and the opportunities.
Well, that's one thing I
Yeah.
do want to give you your flowers for that. You're one of the people that are always moving, and I've never ever heard your name in controversy with in the music industry. There's some problem people. You're never a problem. Anybody that
No, no,
does
no.
know you is always like big up Yankee, Yankee Boys level safe you boom boom boom. So I've never heard nothing bad about you ever. I never heard nobody say nothing bad
No,
about
and
you.
this is like I tell somebody, I say, listen, music is waves, right? It could go up and down. Some year you could have a big song, some year you ain't gonna have a big song,
True,
right?
true,
And I know almost everybody in the industry, to be honest with you, on the WhatsApp number, wherever.
right.
And let me just say, for whatever reason, I ain't get too much play this year. You never hear me complaining and say, oh, the man, if do me this, they do me that. I always play my position. I get you to say thank you. I ain't get you to say I come again and keep it normal. But to hear me now talking for something that this is bigger than me. What about the next generation?
Yeah,
This is something really, really serious. I'm
agreed,
not even talking about like for music, like this is bigger than me.
agreed,
For you to actually hear my mouth,
agreed,
to be honest with you.
agreed.
Can't tell anybody else say the same. No Yankee, nah, Yankee always smiling. You don't worry about the Yankee good.
So wait, where's the
Yeah.
place on where do you sell the doubles from and everything in the morning?
Well,
Where?
here we are in Utica and
Utica
Eastern Parkway.
and Eastern Parkway. Okay.
Yes, Utica and Eastern Parkway is like the most busiest spot where all the Caribbean is right by the last stop on the number 4 train.
Okay.
And right now we're doing real good in the Caribbean circle. I must say the Caribbean people has really come out and really, really support us from all whichever island. People coming from real far to come and support.
What are the
Bringing quality too.
what are the items you selling? What do you sell?
Well, right, of course we gonna have Uncle Yankee's pepper sauce there. We got like fresh juices like guava, mango, soursop juice. When Sunday come, we have like every Sunday lunch you can think about from in Trinidad. On a Saturday, we will try to have like, let me see if it have like oil done. We will try to have like the regular like fish broth, soup, you name it. Barbecue pigtails, like the menu always changing, all depends. Try to give the people them what they want, but also try to cook what we good in.
Right.
you know, because I want to make sure the food stay consistent. I don't want to just go and try something if I'm not good in it,
No, I hear
than to
you.
come and lose that customer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what we try to do now is like have a menu. So like I'll tell my boy Killer, we're gonna treat this thing just like how I do for pepper sauce. Just in case, let me say if he not there to cook or I not there to cook, somebody has to come and cook and the food will taste the same because we have a menu. Meaning that if you put in a pong and salt, this is follow the recipe.
Right. Right.
You know,
Right.
so once you follow a and that is really the problem with we mom and pop shop. It's like we'll have a good cook, but if the chef leave, then you find like the food tasting different and people you start losing
True.
customers.
True. That's so true.
You know, and
That's
this
so
is
true.
why McDonald's and all these big chains, to regardless of who the cook or whoever chef, they have a consistent taste.
Menu.
It's because
Yeah.
they have a recipe. You
Yeah.
know, and that is everything right now try to work. If you're boiling this rice, make sure it boil for this certain amount of time.
Right.
Make sure everything is about numbers. Wait. So we have a
True.
consistency.
True. Well, I'm not as big as you, but on for the carrot box, I have some Trini items. I'll send you a pack. You have to give me an address. So I have Trini sweetbread that I can never keep. It's like the minute it goes on the site and it's up, it's gone. Like literally 10 minutes later, people will be like, "Babsy, where did Trinidad did?" And then we brought out hops bread this year. So about 2 months ago, we brought out Trini hops, but the buns cannot
Yes.
cannot keep those. Cannot keep those on the shelf. Cannot keep them. And then we have Trini rum cream that's made with the Angostura white oak.
Yes.
And anything Trini that's on my site, it sells out in seconds. I can never keep it on the site. I can never keep it.
Serious.
And I have a pepper sauce, but it's not Trini. I have a Bajan one. Cause you know the Bajan one more uses like the mustard turmeric type of mix.
Yes, yes, yes.
I have that, and we can never keep those on the shelf at all. At all, it's
Well,
crazy.
that is more blessings, man. You know, blessing, hard work. You know.
Yeah, we do the same thing, but we can still work together. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of sell the same stuff, but we're not
True.
competing. We're on the same team. You know what I'm saying? So
No
people need to
man. Right.
understand that. Well, all right. Monday next week, you're coming back.
So
Nine.
Monday next week we coming back fiery. Now that we have some more information, I think we'll get some more good information, man.
Yes.
I believe we'll get some good news. A lot of people tell me Yankee are fighting and losing cause, but I have faith. Trust me, I have faith.
You're gonna come and drop your new music too. You're gonna come and send the tunes and thing.
I go send tune and thing, man. Me even worry about that, man. We good.
You gonna do a little acapella? Cause I got
I
rhythms
didn't
here.
have to tell
I
her.
got I got rhythms here. You know, I don't know if you can hang on these rhythms. You know, these
Yeah.
rhythms. Yeah.
Let me see where you are. Play with them.
Hold on, hold on, hold on. You can't handle these. These.
Hey,
Oh, you can't handle these.
what is that, Calypso?
Kaiso. Let me
No, I
try.
don't sing Calypso. I
I
don't
go.
sing Calypso.
I gotta try a thing. I go try a thing.
Let me hear you.
I hear bang 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 guns all day. Tension in the atmosphere. They wouldn't stop looting. They wouldn't stop shooting. Tell me what is happening to the younger generation. They ain't working and complaining. So they robbing and they killing. I don't remember the lyrics. People running from the stabbing. People ducking cause they dying. Arm the police. Arm the police. Po po. Arm the police. Po po. Violence will cease. Let me give you something a little faster. I might get beat.
But you multi-talented?
Right in the air. Edwin, he's too high though. Look, my people, so much people inside this jam, inside this
Hey,
jam. Who ain't fetting, celebrating inside a band, inside a band. There's no law breaking the law. We jump side by side, jump side by side. Work it. I'm already tired. But don't break we stride, don't break we stride, huh? Big truck driver, take it easy. Ain't no time we in no hurry. Everybody jump and be free. In the streets we love to party. Flags up, I'm going. Flags up, I'm going. Flags up, Flags up. In a frenzy, oh, we ready to go. We on the road again. We on the streets again.
Hey,
You know that one? I'm gonna find another one for you. I ain't gonna keep it too long. I wonder
so
if
wait now, you used to sing before?
me can't sing, but that sound like I can sing to you.
No, that confidence is all you need.
You know this one. Umba ya 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 umande hey, but then hey, bum 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 bum. This one hard, Yankee. Umande hey, hey. Every year, when the tourists feel the cold weather, they will come to Trinidad for some soca. From the time cars clear their baggage, till this year, teeth and teeth, energy and storage. But this is 150 years. Oh, yo, yo, jamming for so everybody dress. Just ready for TNT. Oh, yo, yo, let them know this will be the greatest anniversary. Cause we fed last night, fed the night before, fed tomorrow night. We go fed tomorrow more. Man, we jamming. Oh, Lord, we jamming. Please don't get tired. Tell them, tell them, tell them. I don't know how these men sing these songs. I don't know how these
But
men.
you know more than I don't know none of them songs, you know.
You don't know them one? You gotta know this one. Hyper
What's
dog,
this? What's that?
hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog. When I say hyper, you say dog. Hyper dog, hyper dog. When
Yeah,
I say
yeah, this
hyper,
is my
you say
time
dog.
here.
Hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog. No line, we come here to jam. Put up your hand, put up your hand. When the power, when the man, when the chichi man. Put up your hand. We want the breakfast in this band. Because as we learn, session ram, no jammers in this jam. If you ain't a chatty farmer, put up your hand, put up your hand in the corner, put up your hand. All my poor people over yonder. Where you come join this crew, let me tell you what we do. Every woman find a man, unity and that's the plan. Joggers ready in the jam, you know troublemakers in this band. Hyper dog and in the jam, something slam, tumble man, I should've run. Festival make reaction, carnival in time to burn. This one is the culture, it surely ain't called for gun. My posse don't want the weapons, no war in this blasted place. Works on something and something inside the case. Shoot out a wine, killer with walk. Governor hard work drugs so the walk up police could look. Bumper mash up, Bobsy lick down. Everybody hyper cause a new song in town. Hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog, hyper dog. Hyper dog. Hyper dog. So you gotta come sing with me next week, boy. You have to come sing with
All
me
right,
next
so
week.
next week I'm gonna come sing it. I surprised somebody in pull you in the studio yet?
Me?
I know this one.
While jumping up in a band, I end up in confusion. Oh, the band was on green corner. I jump in with Rebecca. Hey, I ain't sure if this how the thing really happened. Oh, because my head was so bad. But Rebecca bust away. Oh, she short button. Oh lord, and she start to whine like she mad. Ballin', hey, hey, falling down, hey, hey, on the ground, hey, hey, jump it up, hey, hey, stop. But she was dancing around in a circle, oh, oh, oh. Rebecca drink the thing, Rebecca smoke the thing, Rebecca sniff the thing, Rebecca high, man, she was dancing around in a circle, oh, oh, she was high, high, high.
But you real no calypso girl?
Hey, I know every song. Can't stop me. Who said somebody just messaged me say Babsy sing something Grenadian. Let me sing. And then we gone. Last one.
All right.
I come in. Move your foot, move your. I think I remember. People always telling me, don't go in competition no more. Cause they feeling fed up of the results of the March Grass show. Every year is same thing, like they holding something against me. Entertaining a foreign country. Fuck them and them monarchy. I changed that. But everything in trouble. I know I could get. Inspector, don't surrender easy. So this year I'm coming back like a hurricane. My people, don't get me wrong. You can't keep a good man down. I have to be very strong to fight the struggle. You cannot sit down and cry. You must hold up your head high. This is what I'm born to do. My fans don't feel blue. I wanted them early, coming like a hurricane. No results can stop me. Soca hurricane. Tell the critics louder. Soca hurricane. They go feel the thunder. Soca hurricane. Boy, when I done, they go have to call my name. Because I don't play in them kind of game. Anybody trying to kick me down, tell the inspector say them have it wrong. Wrong. Yeah, man. We go do a little hunger strike karaoke next week. Tell the people how to find you and thing on Instagram. Tell them how to get your pepper sauce. Talk.
Yeah.
Do your promo.
All right, well, Yankey Boy, YANKEY BOY on all platform, and Uncle Yankees, UNCLE YANKEYS, Uncle Yankees NYC.
Nice.
You know, and all the thanks for the love, thanks for the support. I hope all they get to understand we're just trying to preserve the culture.
Right.
And like Babsy and myself say, we like cartel, we like we dance all.
True.
It's just about time and place. That is all. Time and place.
Right. So no fighting and nobody coming on your Instagram cuss you and thing. So just go
No,
ahead.
no.
I'm gonna actually put your info in the bar underneath the video in the replay, so people will be able to
Right.
find you and be able to support your thing and everything. Someone said go and eat some food because you go dead. I tell you. You don't eat nothing. Just stick to your IV and thing. And you need to get what's it, like tonic water with the fizz in it. That gonna help your stomach not have too much gas and thing in it, huh?
What name? Tonic water,
Yeah,
one?
like tonic water, like Alka-Seltzer water and them thing. So like
Yeah.
it has fizz in it, right? Because
Right.
you're drinking tea and stuff, so you should be okay. But
Yeah,
sometimes
I know stand to drink the tea. They tell me I could drink tea. Tea should be good for me.
yeah,
To break wind and all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
man, be good. All right, but we love you over here at Team Babsy. Big up yourself.
All right.
Come next week ready to sing some tune. Bring your tune. Bring everything.
That's what we're talking about. I'm ready for you next week.
All right. Love you. Be good. Stay out of trouble, right?
All right, I'm trying. Love in the house.
All right, brother. So people, listen, next week we're gonna have him back and we're gonna see how this hunger strike is going. I kind of wanted to bring him on to make sure like we could actually see what's happening because there's a lot going on and I've been really, really busy. There's been a lot going on with me. And there's been a lot going on with me on YouTube. Actually, before I go, I should apologize to each and every single one of you that's been following me for a long time because I gotta get on track and I've been going back and forth with these people on YouTube and I need to stop doing it and I'm in rehab. I'm trying my best to ignore them. I'm trying my best to stop this battle. It's hard. But I've agreed that I'm gonna back down. I'm gonna back down. I'm gonna back down. So backing down means whatever these people say now, they just say I'm not gonna defend myself any longer. I am not going to have any more engagement with these guys on YouTube. It's not a lot of them. It's just a small group of them. But when I don't know how to say it, but when I was growing up, I know there's only one way I knew how to operate, and it's the way to stand up for yourself and stand up for what's right. That's the same mentality I came into blogging with. Just being the kind of person that's gonna stand up for something that's right, no matter what the backlash is gonna be, and no matter what happens down the line. Like, I'm gonna have to stand up for this, right? And it's just weird that now it's me that has to, like, the issue is against me. Like, when the problem was, Kirby and Major Hype, right? Like, it was like, yeah, we got to roll out and save Kirby. That's it. It's going to be a problem. But the problem is me with what I'm going through right now on YouTube. I'm the issue. The issue is me because I've been refusing to accept reality that these people are harassing me because they're jealous. My mind can't compute that. And that's why you might notice that I'm talking like really slow and choppy, because like I'm in a space that is illogical for me. I don't understand jealousy, and I don't understand that world. So I don't relate to it. And when I can't relate to it, my mind can't compute it. And when my mind can't compute it, I kind of shut down. And that's kind of where I've been for the last couple of weeks. When I can't defend myself, and when I can't say anything, and I can't create, I can't combat and create at the same time. It's hard for me to do that. So when this combat coming towards me and I can't defend myself, I can't create either. Like, everything just shuts down. And I've been in that mode for a while now, where it's just like, I can't do this. I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't know how to do this. That's just the reality of where I've been. I don't know how to argue about facts. Like, I don't understand what these people are doing. And I feel like a lot of people might not understand where I'm coming from. And whenever I try to explain it, it just never comes out right. Like, I don't really know illiterate people, right? Like, I don't know anybody that's illiterate. I grew up in Canada. I was born and raised in Canada. And if you know, Canada is like what, 7th, 6th, 5th in the world for education, depending on the rankings. So like, most people in Canada are educated, and like, there's not a lot of people that dropped out of high school in Canada, because like, like, you could get child protective services to come to your house if you're 14 and you're not going to school, and if they find out, you're in trouble, right? Also, being Bajan is like, something that people might not get. Education is very important in Barbados. It's the most important thing. So how some countries, like, you might see, like Jamaica will be like, we run track and field and we have the highest tourism numbers. Like, Barbados has the highest education, and that's what they brag about, the same way a Jamaica would brag about being the greatest in track and field, right? There's nobody in my family that's uneducated. There's nobody in my family that didn't finish high school. And I see people come in there like, I'm the first person in my family to go to college or university. Like, that's not my family. My family is highly educated. Everybody's gone to school. Everybody it has gone to college or university. There's nobody that cannot read and cannot write in my family. And even my grandparents that were born in like 1913 and 1914 were extremely literate people. Like even one of my grandfathers, he used to be one of the people that would do the birth certificates in Barbados, like the handwriting, like where you would dip the pen in the ink and write, because he was so skilled of a writer. And like, so I don't really know how illiterate people behave and ignorant people behave, because I've never ever been around these people. I've always been around like educated people, progressive people. Like I don't understand what these people are doing, but I realize now it's not for me to understand anymore. It's just for me to know, like, this is what they're doing. They're coming to fuck with you. They're coming to lie. They're coming to drag you to the ground, and they're coming to cause you problems. And this is just what it is. And my mind keeps sticking in the why. Why are they doing this? 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 And it's just like, I need to get out of the why they're doing it, and they're just doing it. And I need to do something about it, which is ignore them. But you guys do need to work. If you're going to expect me to create, and you're going to expect me to fight, not fight, you guys have to pull your weight. When you see these guys putting up videos that I sent gunmen to kill their kids, you need to report their video. You don't need to talk to me about it, but you need to report the videos. You guys have to pull your weight. No one knows if you're reporting a video or not. You can report a video in silence. But if you want me to be Babsy, you gotta help. Because I'm going through a lot and I need your help. So I need you to do what you gotta do to help me stay on track. I can't just stay on track by myself. Takes a village to raise a child. Okay, you're raising me, okay? Let's look at it like that. You guys gotta help me out. And when you see these people do these types of videos, you need to report them. You need to go like right click and report them on YouTube. Don't just pass them. Don't just let them go. You report these videos and you report these channels, because it's unfair to me for me to have to sit down and deal with people saying my father died from AIDS because he was a Batman. Like these kinds of comments, this is slander. And I need your help with this. So the Old Horse Association needs to step up for 2025. And you guys have to hold me down. If you expect me to not answer them, you guys have to then do your part and report them when they come after me. That do we agree? Because if you don't, I'm going to keep going through these ups and downs where I need to take myself away and be away for a while. I need you guys to do your part, right? I need you guys to do your part because I'm tired of this. And it's been going on for 3-4 years now. And I'm just tired of the same people. So I need your help. Okay. Thank you for everybody to pass through today. We're going to have Yankey Boy come back next week. I also have some videos to do this week that I'm dropping. There's some interviews dropping, so I am working. I just want you to know that. The Carrot Box site is back up and running. It crashed for Black Friday. So for the whole weekend, I was kind of dealing with that. Also, for those of you, thank you for being patient, because there is a huge issue right now with the postal strike here in Canada, all across Canada. The postal workers are on strike. And what has happened is, I don't think people realize how much the postal system here does. Like even imports, they're the ones that import through Air Canada Cargo, and then they send the mail. Like this is a huge logistical problem. It's not just, oh, the mailmen are not working today. It's like everything is shut down. So deliveries, shipments, all of that is shut down. And then what's happened is, Sandra. Okay, Chantel. Yeah, no, I saw you guys. That's why I know your name. I'm like, look, the Hinksons, man. I gotta rock with you. I put extra in the boxes for you guys because I seen you guys come real. Like, I was like, holy shit. Like, y'all gonna buy out the whole store? Like, you guys bought everything. Do you know what I mean? But I just want to let you know that now that the postal workers are on strike, like I'm at the bottom of the food chain. So like all of these department stores and retail places and supermarkets, they have first dibs on DHL, Purolator, FedEx, all of them. Like I'm a small fry. So when these companies all take up the shipment dates, right? I got a battle. Like I was on the phone for 4 hours today while on the road with DHL to get a pickup. They schedule a pickup for me tomorrow afternoon and Wednesday morning. So that's why I know you, the Hinksons, your boxes are in that, because I had to battle to get that pickup. And they're not allowing people to come and drop off it. Like it's crazy right now. So, and I don't want anybody to feel like, you know what I'm saying? I want you to know, like, this is what's happening. I'm coming. We're coming. We've been doing deliveries 12 o'clock at night. It's been insane. So we've been out here working, but the postal strike is messed up everything. And we're putting out our Christmas gifts now. So you're gonna be, we have bundles this year for the rum creams, the Trini rum creams. We're gonna have punch of cream bundles coming up like in the next day or so. So just keep checking back every day to see if there's Christmas gifts that you're like, these gifts come wrapped, black cakes come wrapped in a tin. Like if you've ever gotten a black cake from us for Christmas, you know how they come up. We have sorrow cake as well. So that's what we're working on. I just want to let you guys know what's happening. Tyrone, is that Tyrone? Whose fault is the strike? I don't know. I didn't even check. I was so mad when I got up the morning and they're like, Canada Post is on strike. I was like, what? Like, it's crazy. Yeah, big you up, Chantal Hinkson. The Hinkson family, you guys, trust me, when I saw the order come through, I was like, holy shit. These people is like, this is support. This is support. This is support. Roja, I got your email this morning with your song. Next time I come live, I'm going to play the song for you. You can actually call in and talk to the people about it. I just saw it this morning. And I didn't even get a chance to listen to it. The bunk cakes will be coming back in January. We're just trying to do just the Christmas items for now. So it's the black cake, the sorrel cakes, the rum creams, rum punches, and the Christmas boxes. That's what we're trying to do now, because we don't know how long this strike is going to go on. So we got to make sure that we can get everything out. So big up to everybody. Joanna, Miss Juve, big up yourself. Who else is there? TG. Yes, you still win, even though you back down. Funny, but it's true. I don't know, nobody think I'm no punk in these streets. Damian Dawson, big up yourself. I haven't seen your name before. Welcome. You know TG. I don't want nobody to think I'm no punk and that this is gonna be some walkover over here. You gotta need to know. But I realize that I think these guys are just mad because they're used to bullying women and they can't understand why they can't get me bullied. So it's like Carrington's Village, yeah. So it's like literally they come after me and then it's like I bust them up and then they're like, Babsy talked about me. Everybody knows Babsy's gonna diss you. Why are you coming after her? So anyhow, love you guys. Hope you enjoyed this segment. If you can, when I come out, come back and leave a comment that we love you, Babsy. We got you, Babsy. Support, whatever. Just make a comment. Make sure you like this video because we got to get back into the algorithm. YouTube talked to me about some of the stuff that's going on too. I'll talk to you guys about that another day. But thank you guys for joining today. We're going to see Yankey Boy next week, Monday. Same time, we're going to see how his hunger strike is going. And like I said, this is nothing against Kartel. This is nothing against dancehall. But they protect theirs, so everybody should be able to protect their own as well, right? So Soca needs to protect theirs as well. Love you guys. Stay out of trouble. We go talk soon. Later.